Hello everyone and welcome to Kitty's Guide of Criterion Extreme. Hope you're all doing well and let's get started immediately. The arena, the outside will be electrified, so you won't be able to go there. I didn't show it on the map. This is the complete map if it is electrified. So you can place these markers if you want. They're kind of useful for the braindead strat and for getting the blue buffs always right. So, first things first. The first, he will be making, you will be tanking him in the middle facing north. Everybody else is going behind him, do your opener, do your stuff, and his tail will become yellow. In this fight there's three different things. It can either be yellow, blue, or green. Green meaning a donut AoE, yellow meaning intercardinals unsafe, and blue meaning cardinals unsafe. This is relative to where the puff is. So if it's him, then it's intercardinals from him. So if he's facing diagonal or intercardinal, then it's cardinal unsafe. It will rotate with him. So we just stay here and we do nothing and the AoE will happen and we survive it. Simple as that. Then we just keep DPSing and 3 puffs will spawn in the arena. Now he will be floating up with his tail in the air and he will be either shirking to the left or to the right. We are going the same way as him. As simple as that. In this case he's going to be floating to the left, so we all follow him to the left. Or to the west side of the arena. Then he will cleave north. And he will cleave north again. And then he will go all the way south. Doing so, he will change these 2 puffs that he hit into green. There is 2 possible outcomes. Either south is yellow or south is blue. If south is blue, we're changing south. If south is yellow, we're changing north. As simple as that. You don't need to know anything more. So yellow north, blue south. So in this case, we're going to be pre-positioning in front of the green at the south, because south is blue. And someone will get a stack marker. So in this case, we didn't have uptime. The melee DPS was getting the stack marker, so he has to go all the way to the back, making sure that Silkie hits the puff. His tail will become blue, and this is a new thing in Savage. If his tail becomes blue and he goes through you, you will have to keep moving, because otherwise you freeze and then you die. Other than that, the stack is always in the back in this dungeon. In the whole dungeon, throughout the whole dungeon, stack goes to the back. Otherwise you die. Always tank in front, tank never gets the stack. It's always a DPS or a healer. So we keep moving, he goes through us, changing the color, and then we go intercardinal from him. Because he will cleave the whole arena with a cross. Now since north is safe, or north has a donut, we go north, under the buff, and the boss will then jump onto the tank. It is a single hit, so you don't need to worry, the tank can be on the whole group and nothing will happen. He will jump on the tank and then everything goes off. 2 crosses and a donut AoE. If the bottom was yellow and we changed north, the cross would be here, the green would be here, and this would cleave into cardinal. So then we would go to the other side of the yellow. Having done that, his tail will light up again, in this case green. So middle is going to be safe and 4 puffs are going to be spawning around the arena. I will show you all possible outcomes for this mechanic because this is the most important and most deadly mechanic in the whole fight. So in this case, middle is going to be safe. And all 4 players will be tethered to a puff. Keep in mind, the yellow puffs cleave into cardinal, blue puffs cleave cardinal. I'm going to make this very simple for everyone so that it doesn't, it isn't difficult anymore. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to make sure that middle is safe. So the 2 blues go to the closest waymark and the 2 yellows go intercardinal out. This makes it so that the yellows, instead of intercardinally cleave cardinal, and the blues also stay cardinal because they are being shirked cardinal. Keep in mind that if the tethers disappear, there will be a small AoE under the puff where it lands. So we avoid that, and then we go back to the middle, where Silkie will then cleave, and as you can see, there's a lot going on, and only the middle is safe. Now, if they were cardinal, this is the tricky part. If they were cardinal, and let's say middle is safe, you look at the north one. If the north one is yellow, you all take them north. If the north one is blue, or the east one is yellow, you all take them east. Then again, if middle is unsafe, if the north one is blue, you take them all north. If the east one is blue, you take them all east. So to put it simple, if it still glows blue, you look at the blue. If it still glows green, you look at the yellow. And then based on what is north or east, you go north or east, and everybody goes there. In this case, north or east was yellow and middle was safe. So you can see, even with that thing landing in the middle, you still have like 4 safe spots around the puff. And now for the other one, this can be also solved in 2 ways. This is middle is unsafe. You all drag them into cardinal out, or you can do the same as the other one, where you basically have them cardinal out and then you have 2 smaller safe spots still. So you can do it the same as the middle safe one, or you can do it into cardinal out everything on the green. So let's recap that. Middle safe, you take the blue cardinals and the yellow is intercardinal out, and you go to the middle and it will explode. If middle stays unsafe, you look at blue north or blue east. If middle is safe, you look at yellow north or yellow east. And if it's intercardinal, or if it comes in the middle, you have 4 safe spots. And if it's intercardinal, it's all intercardinal out on middle unsafe. For the next mechanic, there will be 8 puffs spawning around the arena. And you will start looking at north, because there will also be 3 waterfalls, or what they look like. I displayed them as the blue thingies at the top. They will go through the puffs and washing the color away. So in this case, we stay at the 3rd lane. And they will wash them all away. As you can see, they grayed out, and there's only 2 more, like 2 more. This can make two possible outcomes. In this case, it was yellow on top and blue on the bottom. So we do not want to be in the cardinal positions of the blue. And we do want to be in the cardinal positions of the yellow. So we go to the next spot and we stand under there. And it will all be safe. In case one of them was green, then the other one is always yellow. So you just stand under the green and you're perfectly fine. It can never happen that it's blue and green. Never happens. So now the tank is going to pick a side. Because again, Silkie is going to be jumping on the tank. No need for anti-knockback here. So a small AoE, or it was a single target, I'm not sure anymore, but at least we're never close to him. So, because after that, the healer will get a stack marker, so a healer to the back. And the DPS are going to stand in middle, and the tank is going to stand in front of everyone. Since his tail lights up blue always on this mechanic, we keep moving. And he will charge the healer. And we will all head north, outside of the cleave, out into his intercardinal positions. And he will then cleave the whole arena and turning everything blue. So there's only going to be slight safe spot. The tank will have to drag him there, as his tail is going to be lighting up green again. Meaning that we have to be in his hitbox. So he drags him there, and everything is going off. We are standing in his hitbox, away from all the blue puffs that remained, and they will all explode as well. And now you can already pre-position into the one marker, and there will be a jump. So anti-knockback here, and you're perfectly fine. If you don't have anti-knockback, just stay on one and you get knocked back and just run back. It's fine. 4 puffs will be spawning around at the south side of the arena in a row. Everybody is getting tethered to one. We don't care about that anymore. Normally you would be standing on your puff and then either go left or right. In this case we don't care anymore, we go back to 1. And we stay there, we DPS. So he's gonna be lifting up with his tail again, and it's always gonna be green. So we want to be under him at the end of this mechanic. So he's gonna be dropping down on the left side, so we also go left. As soon as he drops down, he will cleave, and the tethers will disappear. As soon as the tethers disappear, you want to head slightly north, but not all the way north, because he cleaves back and then he cleaves again, giving you a damage down and a lot of damage if you stand in them. As soon as these cleaves happen, because we went to the right side, the puffs are perfectly fine and they don't change. And we head to the northern marker, which in this case is 4. Once we have done that, this should be perfectly fine. There is a small safe area. He will also explode. And we're like precise at where we stand. It's perfectly fine to be in the north marker or slightly south of it. At that point, we basically always kill him already. But after that, the only thing that happened is a knockback mechanic with his tail lighting up, which I'm going to show you because that can happen earlier also. His tail is going to light up in yellow, meaning that it's spread after. So we all position ourselves so that the healer doesn't get killed in one shot. He will go through us and then we spread around him. Always make sure that in our case, we always say the healer in front of him, tank tank behind him. And with my co-DPS, I have the agreement that I always run left and she always runs right. Because we will also be getting a lightning bolt on us. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but if you get hit by 2, you're dead. In the last case, another stack marker, and it still will light up green. We get shirked all the way to the back, at least one person does. The rest has to run there, and we have to be under him. And that's basically it. Congratulations on clearing Criterion Extreme first boss Silkie. After this there's gonna be a little ad phase again, where you have to kill some ads. And then you're gonna go into the second boss, which I will be making a guide soon. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed it. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you all next time.